Hello all, welcome to the next video here on the Onion Man's Rooftop Two-Headed Cow Caravan of Treasure and sometimes Barter. I almost messed up, but the streak continues. We're going to go through some quick stuff here. We got a retro I did mess up that title though, but that doesn't count because that's not the main channel title, so brr. Be Kind Retro Rewind. A while back I showed off a lot of bone crunching action, Jack's Bone Crunchers basically. And I'm going to start opening them up. One of the first ones I did were these three. They came off of Macari, and they were in like Ziploc bags because they had come off of the cards, but they were still in the package. So I opened them out of the Ziploc bags. The cards fell out, and I'm just going to open them like this. So, bear with me there. But we're going to start with these three. These are all from the King of the Ring set. And the whole set was the corporation. As you can see, it says Team Corporate on the bottom. So it was Bossman, Kane, Shamrock, The Rock, who was the corporate champion. I believe Shawn Michaels is in that set. Like Commissioner Shawn Michaels. And then I want to say Vince is in that set. I think that's it. I think those are the 6. Or was there 8? Like, was Shane in there? I don't think so. I think that's it. I think it's these 3 and then Rock, Commissioner Shawn Michaels, Vince McMahon. The person selling these had 4. They had Bossman, Kane, Shamrock, and The Rock. I didn't want that Rock. It's not my favorite Rock. It's like a generic Rock with like brown pants and no shirt and like glasses. I didn't want that one. I got a different Rock we're going to do in a different unboxing video that I love. That to me is like one of the definitive bone crunching Rocks. So I just got these 3. 3 Attitude Era guys I think you need to have if you're going to do Bone Crunchers, and we got them. This Kane especially is awesome, and I'll show you why in a minute. But we're going to start with Bossman. Sadly, it does not come with his nightstick, but kind of is what it is. That's all there is, because like I said, no back. So funny enough, Bone Crunchers are actually my first kind of wrestling figures, but not these. Okay, sorry, get him a little situated here. All right, yay. Pretty basic. It's a boss man. It's a big boss man. If you don't know why they're called Bone Crunchers, see if I can get to. They make like a crunching noise. There's a it's like a metal bar in the arms and legs. They're like metal wiring, and when you bend them and everything, they crunch, and it's kind of like that was the gimmick at the time. Not a lot of articulation on these guys. The legs are pretty straight. No joints. The arms are the same way. They do the bending and the crunching. He's got a head joint, 2 arm joints. He's got the thigh joints, and then he turns at the waist. That's about it. Stands well enough. He kind of spread his legs out a little bit. Cool. He needs a nightstick. Doesn't have a nightstick. Anyway, yeah, so, didn't have a lot growing up, but I was a huge wrestling fan, especially around the late 90s when I was probably 4 or 5 and really getting into wrestling. Titantrons were already out, but we didn't go to Walmart a lot. We admittedly always went to dollar stores, like Family Dollar especially. And Family Dollar and Big Lots and places like that had the newer bone, like the last era of Bone Crunchers. I don't even think they actually had bone crunching action. They just used parts and looked like Bone Crunchers. Those were kind of my first wrestling figures. And I think I've always told the story that one of the very first action figure I ever got was a real Bone Cruncher from Walmart. It was the WrestleMania 15 Rock figure, Bone Cruncher. And I wanted it so bad, but my grandma wouldn't buy it for me because we didn't have the money to buy it. And I came home and I told my grandpa about it, and I don't know why, whatever possessed him, he went and he bought it for me and he brought it back. And I have that Rock figure still in the plastic. I never opened it. Don't know why. My grandpa was kind of one of those people like, don't open it, it'll be worth more. Funny enough, that rock figure is not worth a damn thing. You could find them brand new online for like 10 or 15 bucks. But I've always kept it as a sentimental thing. And then like I got a lot of those Family Dollar bone crunching style, but they weren't bone crunchers. And then fast forward a few years, like on my birthday, I would get some Titantrons and some of those finishing moves ones that were like a little wonky with the torso joint and everything. And then you could pose them, and like Edge had the spiky hair because he was doing a spear, all that kind of stuff. Or Triple H would have the hair going up because he's coming down on a pedigree. Those weird ass figures. But where I really started collecting figures and like saving my money to buy figures was the Ruthless Aggression era, which is funny enough now probably my least favorite era of wrestling toys. I got rid of a lot of my Ruthless Aggression figures just because for whatever reason I stopped liking them. I don't know why, I just did. But going back and getting Bone Crunchers, I think it's going to be a fun little kind of quest. But there's Boss Man. Sorry for the rant. I just wanted to kind of clarify why I'm getting Bone Crunchers. Now we're gonna move on to Shamrock. We'll save Kane for last because that Kane's kind of, I don't want to say special, but you'll see what I mean here in a minute. Okay. We got Shamrock. All right. The world's most dangerous man. He has got a stiff leg joint here. It's okay. Come on, bend, damn you. I don't know if he's going to stand because of that. Huh. He's got a screaming face. He's Ken Shamrock. He's in the zone. Did they ever make a Bone Cruncher Ken Shamrock without the screaming face? He looks okay. He's missing his gloves, clearly. That's one thing about Bone Crunchers. They are so inaccurate. But they got like that nostalgia feel to him. He actually does have kick pads, which is pretty cool. He's got the name on the tights. They're just blue. He wore a lot of blue when he was in the corporation. Like I always remember Ken Shamrock early on in red or black trunks. Like when he's feuding with The Rock, it's like red or black trunks. Then he goes to the corporation and he's always wearing blue. And then towards the end of his run, he's wearing green, which if you're watching this video, by the time you watch this, it might already be out, but they're making a WWE Legends Elite of Ken Shamrock in the green trunks. So that might be interesting. It reminds me of No Mercy. When you could unlock him in No Mercy, he had green trunks. Will he stand? If he stands, I'd be amazed. Oh my God, he does. Ah, look at there. Nice. Fair enough. We got Shamrock and Boss Man, the corporation's top tag team. They were like, weren't they tag champs for a moment? Like they had a little mini feud with New Age Outlaws or somebody. Can't remember. I know Boss Man was like hardcore champ forever, or it felt like forever, and then Shamrock was IC champ during some of that time. I think X-Pac, right, in the finals of a tournament, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I don't want to get my history wrong on this Kane figure, so I'm going to just preface it by saying I might be wrong. I don't think I am, but I might be. Okay. Oh, he is stiff as hell. Move your head. Okay, there we go. Kind of looks happy. Like he's got a smile. He doesn't, but he kind of looks like it, huh? Anyway, a lot of bone cruncher canes tend to have the two sleeves. I don't know why. The one sleeve ones are the ones that have like a switch on the back, so he does like an arm lift action. But this King of the Ring Corporation cane has the one sleeve and no thing on the back, so it's like a normal bone cruncher, not with like an action move. And that's the reason I got this one. And the main reason I saw this a lot, because bundling all these as a lot was way cheaper than trying to find this guy on his own. For whatever reason, finding this guy on his own was really hard. But he looks fantastic. I love the one sleeve and no thing on the back. So, yeah. Looks decent. I mean, you'll see like the inconsistencies in bone crunchers. Like this has red on the hair, like where I'm pretty sure the actual whole head is red and they painted on the black. That's why it looks like that, I would imagine. He's got like his thrust hand, like that throat thrust thing he does. He looks pretty good for what he is. Like, he's probably one of the more accurate bone crunchers. Come on, stand for me. Stand for me, stand for me, stand for me. Whoa. He got a little bit of a lean here, but there he goes. Nice. Yeah, there we go. Our first kind of little set of bone crunchers. I got a lot of them. There's what, these three? I got like 15 or 16 of these bone crunchers I need to open up. I haven't ordered any more since I got these ones. I kind of put a pause on it just because work picked up, and I'm still kind of, I keep getting torn on figures with bone crunchers. I'll see a figure I want, and then I'll see the same guy in a different line with a different attire, but they're both inaccurate. It's like, okay, which inaccurate attire do I want? I still haven't been able to find like a perfect rock figure. I'm going to unbox a couple of them in some of the upcoming videos, but there's still not like a perfect just figure of the Rock. Like, he's always got wristbands on him or something like that, and it looks weird. And I know with bone crunchers, you're not going to find perfect figures. So it's been a lot of trying to find the right ones that are the closest to what I want. And that's been hard to do. So that's why it's taken me a while to kind of get a lot of bone crunchers. But eventually I amassed about 15 of them we're going to unbox and then kind of go from there. But these are the first ones. Again, they fell off the cards, but they were still in brand new shape, so yay. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm just going to kind of go down the line with bone crunchers on these videos. I think I'm going to do 2 apiece. So 2 bone crunchers per video, minus this one. This one's got 3. And just go from there. So thank you. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You do not have to if you do not want to, but I always appreciate anybody who does. And I'll catch you guys in the next Be Kind Retro Rewind.